Hi, I'm Jenna, and this is episode 65. Where should I start? Oh, hello! Big hello to all the returning viewers who keep coming back each and every week, or even when you just get a chance to come back. I know people are busy. And then a huge hello to any new viewers and new members in the group. So, our group is slowly creeping up in numbers, so if you haven't joined, you should. It's RetroLemonStudio on Ravelry, where you'll find all the information for the knit-alongs. You can post questions, comments, concerns about episode issues. That's also the place that if you decide to do the knit-along, you can go and enter your item. So, since we're talking about knit-alongs, we have two knit-alongs going on. The first one here is for Sam the Super Frog! Yay! I'm so glad he won, because I've so been wanting to see a knit-along with Sam. Just because he's very special to me. He was a collaboration with my son, who was just like, he can't just be any frog, he has to be a super frog. So, this is knit out of Another Crafty Girl and the Kermit colorway, which I think is amazing. It's lots of different shades of green, and then his little red cape, is Cascade 220 Superwash, and I think the color was called like Really Red, and I don't remember what the number of the colorway is. So, Sarah, who is also known as Ponky, who is the dyer behind Another Crafty Girl, had gone and put some Kermit in her shop for the knit-along. So you need to go check out Another Crafty Girl on Etsy and see if there's any left, because it is, seriously, y'all, the cutest colorway of greens. I love the green. Perfect. I knew when I bought this colorway that it was gonna, like, I wanted to do like a frog or something with it, because it's called Kermit, who's my favorite Muppet. And so when I was working with my son, he agreed that the green was perfect. So I'm so excited. I can't wait to see some posted. So get knitting, people. Prizes. Lois, the wonderful Lois of Knitting's My Bag, donated the Lorax bag, and the Lorax is knitting, well, the Lorax is a little guy, and then the one guy, I can't remember his name, I'm drawing a blank. Anyways, he's knitting needs. So, super cute, perfect project bag. It does cinch up. I don't want to like pull it and like crease it all up for the winter. But this is her small bag, and it is huge. Huge. And there's pockets on the inside. You can't see them because the lining's dark. But this is seriously an awesome bag. All of Lois's bags are amazing. They're some of my favorites. And Lois, I really appreciate you doing that for me and for the podcast and for your support. And thank you so much. So then the other prize, this will be prize 1 because I didn't have this one on hand last week to show you. So prize 1 will be the bag. Prize 2 is a beautiful skein from Sun Valley Fibers, and it is 80% merino and 20% nylon. It is a sock fingering weight. It is 400 yards, and it is called Kermit as well, and it's really fun because it is beautiful shades of greens. It reminds me of like lily pads and lotus leaves and stuff like that. So this is gorgeous, and it's so soft. I'm like, oh, pretties. So those are the two prizes for the Sam the Super Frog knit-along. And then the other knit-along, I guess you'd call it, is our technique knit-along for the 2 months. So it goes through May and June. It will close out June 30th at midnight or the next morning if I can't stay awake. So the first prize for this is another Knitting's My Bag. This one is provided by me. I bought this fabric because I loved it. I loved the mooses and the little deers and the raccoons and the foxes and the bunnies and the hedgehogs. So I had sent it off to Lois, and Lois, I just said, you know, if you have the time, no pressure, you know, just make whatever you can get out of the fabric, and, you know, I'll pay you for it and use them as prizes. So, this is another small bag, same size, pockets inside as well. Super cute. Love it. Love this fabric, like, big time. So, thank you, Lois, for doing that for me. I really, really appreciate it. So, that'll be the first prize, and then we have another prize coming. So, Kimberly, who is the amazing sock bunny of the Sock Bunny Knit and Fit podcast, graciously offered to donate a skein of yarn for the current knit along. So, when that arrives in the mail, she's supposed to send it out sometime this week. I mean, the knit along still has like 7 weeks to go, so we got time. So, yay! More wonderful prizes to come. Awesome! So, just a huge thank you to everybody who donates prizes for the podcast, because it's because of you guys that help keep the podcast awesome. I feel like I'm saying awesome a lot today. I don't know, I'm in a good mood today. The sun is shining, we got a little light sprinkle, the birds are chirping. I don't have the windows open. I should, but I don't. Dang. But it is just such a beautiful day. It's like hard not to be in a good mood. Okay, moving on. We got the knit-alongs covered. I have a finished object. And, let's see. Let me think. This is about all you're going to see. I finished my shawl design. I'm so excited. So, I'm almost finished typing it up. And then I have to work on charts. Oh, the thought of designing charts kind of makes me nervous because I've never done it because I'm a toy designer. I don't use charts. But this, I mean, I guess you could say I don't have to put charts in the pattern, but I know that it's greatly appreciated because I know some people love charts and I know some people love written directions. So there will be both. There will be the written line by line directions, and then there will be charts. So I had originally had hoped to plan on having this done by the beginning of May. It's taken me a little longer than I had hoped, but so far I have contacted the people that I would like to test knit it. So far, 2 of the 3 people that I've contacted are a yes. So I'm waiting on one other person, and if this person can't do it, I totally understand because I need to have it finished by June 14th because any tweaking, any changes that need to be made before I leave to go on the retreat. Because I'm like kind of premiering the shawl at the retreat. The shawl is knit out of Dancing Dog Dye Works. It's inside out, so you can't really see the stitches. Or it's the back of it. It is knit out of Dancing Dog Dye Works in the Twist Luxe sock. So it is 80% merino, 10% cashmere, and 10% nylon. So it has a nice stretch to it. It has a nice drape. It's not blocked yet, but it's oh so soft. And I'm just really excited because I got to pick the color, and I pretty much took an existing Dancing Dog Dye Works color and asked for some tweaks to it. And Michelle of Dancing Dog Dye Works was more than happy to do that for me. And we worked together so well. We've worked together for so long. And I am just so happy with it. Like, I finished it yesterday, and I was like looking at it, and I'm like putting it on, even though it's not blocked. And I'm like, I can't believe I did this. Like, it's one thing to me to knit toys because you can totally fudge toys. Toys don't have to be perfect. And that's why I love them so much. But I'm like, the numbers really had to work out. And there were just times I was banging my head on the wall, and at one point this past weekend I had to put it on timeout. Like, I didn't work on it for like 2 or 3 days because I was so it was a mistake that I made. It was my calculations. It was nothing wrong with the pattern or the stitches that I picked. It was me, and I needed a break from it. So then when I got back, I hit the ground running full steam, finished it up, and it came out so awesome. So, it's, like I said, going to premiere at the Zombie Knitpocalypse retreat in June. because we're doing it in kits. So people that attend the retreat, day passers and stuff at the market, and regular attendees will have a chance to get a skein of yarn that Michelle will pick the colors. I totally trust what she'll do. I'm not requesting special colors or anything. And you'll be able to get the pattern and the shawl together in a kit. So I don't have any idea of pricing yet or anything like that. After the retreat, it will be available to everybody, and I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm like, but I can't wait to get back to the toys. Oh my goodness. I'm like, toy designing is going to, like, I am going to have a whole new appreciation for it, because that was hard for me. That was a challenge, but it was so worth it. Okay, so that was the only finished object I have, but I have some works in progress. And where did I, oh, I said that. Oh, real quick, since I was talking about the Zombie Knitpocalypse retreat, and I hope I'm like okay to mention this, because I'm going to. Sorry, Megan. This, you know what this is? This is the list of breakout session like classes that are going on at the retreat. And I had signed up to teach like an introduction to toys, where I will be teaching owl puffs. So people will just have to bring some yarn and some needles, and I will provide the safety eyes and the felt and the pattern. And I am not teaching one class, but I'm teaching two. I'm so excited. So I am teaching two classes, one on Friday and one on Saturday, and I'm so excited. I'm so nervous because I've never really taught a class, but I'm so excited. Okay, now works in progress. There's this. He's like, what is it? Oh, I totally flaked. Deepest apologies. So I talked about the May and June knit along, but I didn't say what it was. It's felting. Duh. Duh to me, not you. But I'm totally getting ahead of myself at times. Say a few more times. So it's felting. You can crochet it, you can knit it. I don't care as long as you felt it. Now I peeked, I haven't had a lot of time on Ravelry. And when I get on, it's like really quick. Someone asked about wet felting, and I know nothing about wet felting. So I think we're just going to stick to knitting and crocheting felting. Because I know nothing about wet felting. So I don't really want to go there just because it's totally foreign to me. I hope that makes sense. I mean, I know it's all about expanding your techniques and everything, but I don't know anything about it. So, I'm just going to say knit and crochet for now. I'm sorry. I'm like, I don't want to be a jerk. So this is my knit along project. This was so fast. So it is Little Hoot Felted Bag by Jocelyn Neider? N-E-I-D-E-R-E-R. Because I know I will flub that up if I really start trying to pronounce it. So, it's a free pattern. It was free on Ravelry, and it's also free on KnitPicks. So this is what it'll look like once it's felted and the embellishments are put on it. So I'm following the pattern to the T, and the only thing I'm going to do different is the beak is knitted. It's just like a garter stitch beak, but it's not felted. So, I'm just going to use a piece of felt. I have yellow felt floating around here somewhere. I have felt like in all kinds of crazy colors. So I'm just going to cut a little felt triangle nose just like she did for the eyes and stitch it on. So, and then I got buttons that I think look just like the ones in the pattern. I believe I found these at Walmart. And I think they had, or no, maybe I got these at Joann's. I think Walmart might have had them too. They were $2.29 for a pack of 6, but the only thing is okay, there's two pink, a green, a yellow, a blue, and a purple. I don't want to give my owl pink eyes. I'm like, ew, pink eye, no one wants pink eye. So I bought 2, so I can make several owls or use them for something else. So I think what I'm going to use the blue ones, I think, because they're nice, bold, bright blue, and I think it'll complement the green and the orange. So I am using Knit Picks Wool of the Andes. It's what the pattern called for, but it's also because I have like a butt ton of it. Like, my Wool of the Andes stash is ridiculous. So I picked, since you had to pick 2 colors, I picked my 2 favorite colors, because too, I also have a ton of each color. They put avocado and orange, because that's what this colorway is, avocado and then just orange. They weren't very creative on that one. They were on sale, and sometimes, not always, when Knit Picks goes through and picks and puts just certain colors on sale, once in a while that means they're going to discontinue it. So I was totally paranoid, and I bought a ton of avocado and orange. So I thought, well, I have a lot of it, I can use some of it up. And this is pre-felted, or yeah, pre-felted. So I need to just weave in my ends real quick before I throw it in the washer. So I wanted to felt it this morning because I have laundry I need to do, and I'll just throw it in with the laundry. But I'm like, I wanted to show everybody what it looked like before it was felted. So you do hold the yarn double. I use size 11s just as the pattern called for. And you only need 1 skein of each. I think I used 37 grams of the orange and 43 grams of the avocado. And I just grabbed like one end from the center of the ball and then the one end from the outside and held them together. That way you don't have to split it and cut it and all that. So, really cute. I'm really excited to see it all done, because this will only be my 2nd felted project ever. My little floppy. So this won't be the only felted project I do during the knit along. There are a few things. I'd love to make French press slippers that are felted, because I think those are super cute. And I think I bought buttons or something at one time for them. And I don't know. I don't know that I'll have time, but the first and only so far felted project entered in the knit along is this cute little bowl. I think it's called like fuchsia or something like that. Linda M. Noble knit it, and I was like, that is so cute. And when I clicked on her thing to find out where the pattern was from, it's in a book I own. It's one of the One Skein Wonders books. I can't tell you which one, but if you go to the group and you look in the finished objects thread for the knit along, felt along, whatever you want to call it, it's in there, and it's a super cute little bowl, and I'm like, oh, well, surely I can find something to put in it. And then, last but certainly not least, is my Clio. Now, I said I had to finish one of the shawls to knit something else. So I knit my little hoop bag, which only took like between 4 and 4.5 hours. Super fast. And this I'm just trudging along, slowly but surely. Really didn't get too far on it. So it's the Clio shawl, Clio with a K. I don't remember who the designer is. My deepest apologies. I am using Dancing Dog Dye Works Twist Sock in the Stockinette Zombies colorway and the Zombie Flesh Green colorway, I believe is what it was called. And it is my knit along for the retreat. So they're having a shawl knit along. One of the colors had to be green. So slowly but surely, I cannot wait to be done with this. But working on that little bag, that was so much fun. Like, I can't even begin to tell you how much I enjoyed. Just mindless. It was knitted in the round. And like I said, it's a free pattern. I'm not giving away anything. So it was knitted in the round. Yarn held double. Worked up super duper fast. And I enjoyed it so much. Just mindless knitting. I have no yarny goodness to show this weekend. I'm trying to be a good girl, or this week, I'm trying to be a good girl and not buy anything. Because if I buy stuff, then I'm not going to have money for the retreat, and that won't be good. So, no new yarny goodness. Spinning, I did no spinning. I did get the yarn that I showed last week washed and hung out in the sunshine to dry, and it's beautiful. I'm trying to decide what to spin next. Like, part of the problem, like, that I had is I wanted to start something this week, but I almost have, like, too much to choose from. It's almost overwhelming, and I'm going to sneeze, sorry. Good thing it wasn't like one of them big loud like snap blowing ones. I'm sorry. It was gross, but that's what happens sometimes. It happens to everybody. So, get out there, get some frogs knitted, get some felted things knitted. I highly recommend doing this little bag. If you have someone, I'm going to knit it and use it for notions. But if you have a little person in your life, they might like a little knitted owl bag. So, I do believe that to be it for the knitting portion. Gosh, this weekend I just didn't get a lot of knitting done because the weekend came and it was a beautiful weekend. And I decided to work out in the flower beds. I had gone to the nursery, the greenhouse, last week. It was Wednesday. I think I went before I went recorded. And so I had to get all these flowers in the ground because I have bought flowers that have died before I got them in the ground. It's sad, but true. So I worked all weekend outside, got the flower beds pretty much whipped into shape. I have flowers left over. I bought too much, I guess. And just, that was my focus. And this weekend, you know, was just too beautiful to sit inside. So it's supposed to get cold, I think, this coming weekend. But if it stays nice enough out, I'm going to try to spin outside because I love spinning outside. So that is it for the knitting. We're going to move into the slice of life. So if you're leaving us now, I'm sorry to see you go, but I understand, and I will see you next week. So I hope finally, if you were in an area that was really cold, you had a nice weekend too this past weekend. And gosh, it's just so nice lately. But I know the heat will be coming soon. Like soon enough, all these beautiful like mid to upper 70 degree days will be done. So, I wanted to talk about, because I was thinking about this last night. I was making dinner last night, and I made chili. And I told my husband, this is the last time we were making chili until the fall. Because in my family growing up, chili was a, like, fall, winter food. You ate it when it was, like, during the cooler months. I don't think he ate chili at all growing up, and he loves it, which I can appreciate that. But something I didn't know about for years, and I thought I'd bring it up, because I'm sure some other people might not know. Because other people I had talked to, you know, in my real life, I guess, not my virtual one, some people knew this and some people didn't. So, when I make chili, I put beans in it, like most other people, and I am not one of those people that buy the dry beans and you soak them overnight to use them and all that. I wish I was, because it's so much healthier. Because what I didn't know until after my dad had passed away, and it was like my first real big attempt to try to get healthy that I failed at, is that when you buy beans in a can, they're packed in high fructose corn syrup. Yeah, high fructose corn syrup. You heard me. So you're basically, if you go and you take a can of beans and you pour it into the pot, you're pouring in tons of sugar. And it's not just, it's kidney beans, it's black beans, I mean, it's most beans. And I didn't know that. So if you're like me and you don't have the time, because I don't always plan my meals ahead. I try to at least plan, like when I get up, plan what we're going to have for the day. Sometimes I'll know, oh yeah, we're going to have chili next week, but I don't know what day of the week. So if you're like me and you don't plan, and the beans in the can are just too convenient to not use, put them in a colander and rinse them first. You know, drain them out, rinse them all off with water. I use a little hose sprayer thing on the sink, and then put them into the pot. You might need to add a little bit of water, you know, to help replace some of the moisture that the high fructose corn syrup would have added in the recipe. But it's so much healthier. You're not getting all that sugar, especially, you know, if you're a diabetic or you need to watch your sugar for whatever reason. That's really important, because if you don't know what those are packed in, you're getting all that sugar in your system. And, you know, the high fructose corn syrup isn't a good sugar to have. So that's like my, you know, I need like the little shooting star that says like, the more you know. So, like I said, I didn't know that for years. I didn't know that until like 4 years ago, and I had been making chili for years. I just didn't look at the can. I just would, you know, open it up and dump it in. And then the other thing that I have found, I was on a VKN, and I think it was Daniela of Caffeinated Knitting. I was talking about something, and she had mentioned that these were really good. So I gave them a try. And they're Weight Watchers Dark Chocolate Raspberry. Now, I didn't buy them because I'm doing Weight Watchers and it's a Weight Watchers product. I bought them because they looked really good, and when she said they were really good, I had to give them a try. And OMG, they are really good. So, this is what they look like. They're in the ice cream section. I got them at Walmart. And they are low-fat raspberry ice cream dipped in dark chocolate flavored coating. So, they're 80 calories for each one. They're not quite as big as a popsicle, but they're still not really small. I took them out and emptied the box, just left them in the freezer. I'll put them back in the box when I'm done. They're 80 calories a piece. 2 grams of protein, I guess. No trans fat. They're 2 points per bar, but you gotta be careful. Because you might think, oh, well, I have 4 extra points at the end of the day. I'll have 2. Don't do it. Because 2 of these are 170 calories a piece. So eating 2 of them together, it's 5 points, not 4. So you got to be careful with stuff like that. So they're really, really good, and I almost hate to tell people about them, because then next time I go to the store, they might be all gone. But they're really like a good summer treat. Like, it's raspberry and chocolate, and it's really good. I really, really, really enjoyed these. So, because, you know, I tried the Weight Watchers little snack cakes. I talked about them a couple months ago. They were gross. So, yummy, yummy. I like them. And then I do I didn't write down this week's shoot. I do the fitness posters with Sock Bunny, Knit and Fit podcast. This week's weigh-in was only 0.7. So, last week was 0.9. I'm like, oh, this weekend was rough. Like, I had fun being outside, but it was also my husband's birthday weekend. So, I get like a week. I don't know why he only gets a weekend to celebrate his, but it was like lots of food all weekend. And then there was cake, and I just had one little thing. Like, I was good. It was still 10 points, but I was good. And it was hard. I feel like I'm hungry all the time now for all of a sudden. I haven't felt this way a lot since I've been doing the Weight Watchers, so I'm almost 4.5 months into it. And right now I'm like hungry, like super duper hungry. And I guess I need to eat more fruits and vegetables, but confession time. I don't like fruits and vegetables. I don't like them. I eat them because I have to. I don't like them. I would much rather have bread and pasta and cookies. But that's not an option. So I didn't write down this week's thing. So I didn't lose my 1.3 pounds because I need to lose roughly 1.25 pounds on average a week to hit my 5-pound goal every month. So I didn't hit it this week, so I don't get a sticker this week. I'll have to cross out the 1.3 and put 0.7. But I decided, because I hit my goal really early for my last one, which I was trying to save up for new clothes for my trip, because nothing really fits. Like, all the stuff that fit before is too big now, and then some stuff fit, and now it's too big now. So I went from feeling like a sausage in my clothes to feeling frumpy, and it's kind of frustrating. Because you want to, I think, I've come so far, and I'm like, I just want to feel good in what I'm wearing, and it's like, I still have a lot of stuff that's too small. Like, it's not like, oh, everything's too big. No, I still have a lot of stuff that's way too small. But I'm just like in this weird limbo area. I'm like, I must have really been packing myself into some of those small clothes for a while, because it seems like there's a big gap in sizes. Like, not good. So anyway, so I had to think of a new goal, and I wanted kind of a long-term goal, something to really work towards. And I'm like, you know, right now I have enough yarn. I'm going on a retreat. Oh, and the Great Lakes Fiber Festival is coming up in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from this coming Sunday. It's 2.5 weeks. Or Saturday. Starts Saturday. Not on a Sunday. So I'm like, I want to go and get just a couple things. I'm not going to have a lot to spend. But Fiber Optic is going to be there. So awesome to see Kimber again, even though she has no idea who I am. And I was kind of having a fangirl moment last year. Gail Evans from Gail's Art. Once again, I was having total fangirl moment. She was clueless to who I was and why I was all like, hee hee hee. So I decided something I really, really want is a bike. So I decided I'm going to try to lose 20 pounds, 20 more pounds, because I got a lot to go still. And when I do the 20 pounds, so hopefully it'll take 4 months, or about 4 months, not longer than 4 months, and I'll earn a new bike. So I want, I told my husband, I called it like the Wicked Witch of the West, or yeah, Wicked Witch of the West bike. Because I'm like, this one I found online. It has like the rack in the back that you can like put stuff on, attach it to. It has a little basket in the front, and it has a cup holder. And it wasn't really expensive. It was only like $100, maybe a little more. So I really want a bike. I haven't had a bike since I was a teenager. Because I'm like, then I grew up and I got a car. Why do I need a bike? So I just found a picture online. They have the same bike at our Walmart. I actually found this one on Walmart's website, but they don't have the blue. I think it's like purple. I don't really care about the color as long as it has all the accessories. So that's my new goal. Hopefully I'll do better next week. I feel like I busted my butt this weekend, especially working in the flower bed, but I ate way too much. I mean, I still lost, no complaints. But I'm like, oh, it's Mother's Day weekend, and I'm like, I know, like, the kids usually, like, they all get up, my husband and the kids get up and make me, like, pancakes or waffles or something, and I'm just like, how do you tell them no? Because they want to do it, and I told my husband he's not allowed to spend money on me. Because I'm going on a retreat, and I want to earn a bike, and I now have a car payment, which sucks. Like, after having years and years of no car payment and just driving an old car, a car payment is a huge thing to get used to. So I told him no money is allowed to be spent on me. And I'm totally cool with that. It's Mother's Day, I just want to spend the day with my kids. So, that's it. Hopefully this week I'll do better, and if they make me pancakes, hopefully I will not indulge too horribly into the pancakes or waffles. Because I love pancakes. That's part of my problem, people. I know there's so many of you that have the same thing. It's so hard because losing weight isn't like quitting smoking. You don't have to smoke to live. It's actually the opposite. Unfortunately, you have to eat to live. You have to eat every day. You have to eat like 3 meals a day plus snacks. And it's so hard when you just want a pancake. So hopefully I'll do good this week. This is the hardest it's been for me so far. You would think 4.5 months in, almost 4.5 months in, it would be getting a little easier. And at this point, I'm like, I think I've just hit like this rough patch because it's all this stuff's going on. My husband's birthday and Mother's Day, and our anniversary's coming up, and my birthday, and then Father's Day, and I talked about it last week. It's like a snowball of events. And then I'm going on vacation. Father's Day, and then I leave for my trip, right? But I'm going to enjoy myself on vacation, so I'm going to just give you a fair warning. If I come back and record the week after I'm gone, and I'm like, yeah, I gained 10 pounds, don't be surprised. So, alright, now that I've blathered on and on forever, it feels like. I'm sorry if it felt that way to you. But I enjoy talking to all of you. So, I am Jenna, also known as RetroLemon. I am RetroLemon on Ravelry, Plurk, Twitter, Pinterest, Weight Watchers, Instagram now. I love seeing people's pictures. I do have to have it set up so people have to request, because I was having like these people follow me that it was really weird because I don't know, like this one guy was following me and he wasn't following other crafters and it kind of weirded me out and I had to block him. So, I'm sorry. I'm just like, you gotta state who you are. Or at least make, you know, when I look at you, see, oh, it's a fellow crafter. So that's it. Until next week, I'll see you then. Bye.